to grade 8 mathematics. I'm your teacher, Teacher Kaira, and today we are going to look at sets. Today we are going to look at sets. Okay, so before we go deep in the lesson, let us look at the outcomes of this lesson. So the first one, we are going to define sets. Then the second one, we are going to interpret the set builder notation. Okay, so now let's go into a lesson. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear the word set? What is a set? So basically, a set is a collection of well-defined objects. A set is a collection of well-defined objects. And these objects, they are what we refer to as members of a set or elements of a set. So these objects include, number one, we have set of numbers. We can also have set of letters. We can also have sets of vehicles. We can have sets of vehicles. We can also have sets of people, etc., etc. So it's just a collection of well-defined objects. So when we say well-defined object, we are talking about objects that are of the same nature. For example, of numbers, we have letters, we have vehicles, we have people, etc., etc. So we can group things together of the same nature. Once we do that, we are going to say mathematically that we have grouped them in sets. Are we together? Very good. Now let us look at how we can write and name sets. Letters, capital letters, are used to describe sets. So capital letters are used to describe sets. Are we together? So you can have P representing. Then we also use what we call curly braces. We use curly braces. Curly braces are something like that. So we use capital letters and we also use curly braces. And inside the curly braces, that's where now you're going to list the members of a set or the elements of a set. Are we together? Yes. So let's look at an example there. So let's look at an example. So an example will be, let us list the first 5 natural numbers. The first 5 natural numbers. Now, as you are naming a set, the letter should be able to describe what you're talking about. The first natural numbers. Okay, so we can say F first. F represents first. Then we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have represented the first 5 natural numbers. Are we together? We can also represent a set of vowels. Set of vowels. So we say vowels. V is equal to A, E, I, O, U. So we have represented also a set of vowels. Are we together? We can also represent a set of shapes. A set of shapes. So we can say S is equal to, so we have a circle, we have a triangle, we have a square, we also have a rectangle. We also have a rectangle. So this is a set of shapes. So you can group shapes depending on their, you can group shapes based on their nature. Are we together? Very, very good. So having looked at that, let us look at now elements or members of. Now, one thing that we should understand that anything must be represented in symbolic form. For example, you are now new in that school. Okay, you are now in grade 8. You are new in that school, and at school we have different clubs. Are we together? So you can belong to any club. And once you become a member of that club, we can now represent that in a symbolic form in mathematics using this symbol. You've seen, right? This is not this S, it is in that nature. So we can say Jane is a member of maths club. So mathematically we can say Jane is a member of maths club. You've seen that. We have represented your membership with a symbol. So we use this symbol to represent member of or elements of a set. Are we together? Let's keep in mind we need this information as we go on and as we interact in this topic sets. Now, having looked at that, let us now look at how we can interpret a set builder notation. So when we talk about set builder notation, it refers to the ideal of symbols to describe sets. It refers to the ideal of symbols to represent or to describe sets. Are we together? Very good. Now, how do we represent set in set builder notation? So let me give you an example. So we have the first 5 natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a set of the first 5 natural numbers. So how can we represent this information in set builder notation? Okay, so in set builder notation we have symbols. For example, we have a colon and we also have a bar. That's a bar. We have a colon and a bar. And this means such that. Okay, such that. So now, how can we represent these first natural numbers in set builder notation? So we are going to say, F is equal to, we open with the curly braces. Then we're going to say, since these are natural numbers, so we'll say n such that n is a member of n. Okay, it's a member of n, and n is less than 5. Okay, you've seen the way it is represented, right? F is a set. Then we are saying n is such that n is a member of n, or n is a member of natural numbers, and natural numbers less than 5. We can use the other symbol. We can use the other symbol, say F is equal to n bar. N is a member of, it's not E, it's a member, if you want like that, it's a member of n, and then n is less than 5. So basically, this is how you write a set builder notation. It's not difficult. All you need to do is practice, practice, practice. And the more you practice, the more it becomes easier. Are we together? Okay. So in this class, we have looked at sets. Okay, just an introduction of sets. And then we have looked at the definition of sets. We have also looked at the what? How we can interpret the set builder notation. If you have any questions, please just drop in your question there. We'll be able to interact. This has been your teacher, Teacher Kaira. And before we go, I have an exercise for you. Just follow that exercise, practice, and pay attention also question number 7 there, where you need also to come up with your own set builder notation, and eventually you also read it aloud. Thank you very much for joining me. See you in the next lesson.